Hey, welcome back to What's Up Wednesday. This week, I want to talk about something that nobody really wants to talk about when you're traveling. But what happens when something at home goes wrong? Death in the family, sickness in the family, somebody's injured, some reason that you need to go home for an emergency. What should you do? Well, it happened to us on our last trip. So that's why I'm coming to you today to talk about what not to do and what to do. So we got some bad news while we was on our last trip, and had to come home early. So when you get that kind of news, a lot of times you're devastated. You're not thinking clearly. All you can think about is, I need to get home, and I need to get home now. Slow down. Take a time out. Nothing's really going to change if you take just a little bit of time to gather your thoughts and get yourself together and figure out what to do. The big thing is, don't deviate from what you normally do. Get your checklist out. Be deliberate in what you're doing. Just slow down. It's hard to do. It was hard for me to do. Had so many thoughts going through my head. But I had to make sure I was doing it right for the safety of me and Kathy and the fur babies and the rest of the public. Small mistakes can be even more devastating. So get your checklist out and just follow it and go step by step, and then have whoever's traveling with you, if it's your wife, your husband, whoever it is. If you don't have anybody traveling, maybe take a magic marker or something, dry erase, and mark your list. Mine's laminated. I keep it laminated for that reason. So take your list, take a erasable marker, and just check it off one at a time. Now, I have seen some people take wrist straps and they put it on the steering wheel of the tow vehicle or their Class A or whatever it is as they complete them. That's a pretty good idea. Checklist just works better for me. I've just been used to doing it flying for so long that a checklist just works for me. But do what works for you. But going back to, if you get really bad news and you're just devastated and you're not thinking clearly, again, sit down, take a time out, get your thoughts together, and then follow your checklist. So go through it, make sure everything's done right. Don't get in a super big hurry. That's when mistakes happen. You forget to hook up a chain, or you forget to hook up, I don't know, maybe you forget to put the latch on the hitch. Just don't get in a hurry is what I'm telling you. Just take your time. Now, the back of my truck, I've just recently cleaned back out because I got in go mode and I just started throwing everything in the back of the truck because I have a camper shell. So I just threw it all in there. Well, that was a mistake because then I had to take it all back out, reorganize it. Would have only took me a few extra minutes to slow down, put it all in there, and do it like I was supposed to the first time. But again, you get emotional, you don't think about it. Happens to all of us. All right. So as you can tell, I'm still a little upset about a few things. There's more going on in our life. It's all personal stuff to do with family, so I'm not going to share it on air. The ones of you that watch us, that are close to us and communicate with us often, some of you may know what's going on. Some of you may have been where we were at. There was quite a crowd. We were at a rendezvous, tiny house rendezvous in Missouri. But we were with a bunch of you when it happened. A lot of you know what happened. So I'll just go as far as to say there was a death in our family, and we needed to come home for the funeral. Other things are going on in our family right now that I hope work out good, but we'll see. So this is not a doom and gloom. I'm not trying to bring anybody down. I'm just trying to keep it real with everybody that watches us. Not every day can be a good day. This is just the reality of life. So Kathy and I appreciate every one of you. Your support really means a lot to us. And a lot of you have reached out to us since we've been home. So I don't know when we get to travel again. Won't be anytime in the next few weeks. It's just too much going on. I really don't know where to go from here. I have a hard time keeping my thoughts focused today. But don't drive off with the sewer hose hooked up or still plugged into a pedestal. And I didn't do that, but it could happen if you get in a hurry and just not really paying attention. That could happen. So anyway, we always make it a habit too. We never drive more than 300 miles in a day. We always try to be where we're going by 3 o'clock. You guys know the rules on that. So that's what we typically do. We drove about 500 miles that day, and it took us almost 12 hours to get home. We don't normally do that. I just felt motivated to come home. But I will tell you, had I stopped, slept, got up, and came on home, which probably would have been better for me because I was exhausted the next day, probably would have been better for me. We left on Sunday. I needed to be home by Tuesday evening. No. We left on Monday. I needed to be home by Tuesday evening. We could have drove till that night, slept 6-7 hours, and got up really early in the morning, still made it home, and been home rested in time for the funeral. I chose not to do that. Again, let emotions get in the way, and sometimes your feel for the urgency to get home sometimes is not the best thinking. So anyway, I'm just trying to help you guys out with it. It happens to all of us, and if it hasn't happened to you lately, it's going to happen again. It's just life. Life has a cycle, and it's just part of it. I'm just trying to give words of encouragement for the ones that it does happen to in the future, that maybe you'll think back and think about me talking to you today, and trying to I'm not going to say reason with you, but plead to you to use a little common sense, be a little smarter about it than I was, and just slow down a little bit. Now, I didn't drive over the speed limit. I was not dangerous. I'm just telling you, I got home, and the next day I was just wore out from it, emotionally and physically, and I would have been a lot better off to try to stop and sleep, for a while before we came on home. So do with this information what you will. I just felt like I needed to put this out there and let you guys know how it really affected me. Affects everybody different. Kathy and I was on a trip back when my dad got sick, and they called me and told me we were on our way home from California. We were in Oklahoma. Most of you know we live in Alabama. When I got the news, I was not supposed to just drive right home, but again, emotions got the best of me, and I drove straight from Oklahoma to our house and went to go see my dad immediately. So again, was that the smart thing to do? No, that was not the smart thing to do. Sometimes common sense leaves when you have family emergencies, that you get all caught up in the feelings of it. So like I said, I'm not trying to bring anybody down. It's just on my heart today to put this out there to let everybody know that things will be okay. Just settle down, calm down, try to take your time, even as difficult as it is. And try to be a little more chipper in the next video. So anyway, we'll see you guys on down the road somewhere, but it's going to be a little while. So as we always say, make each day count, 365. We'll see you guys a little bit later. Bye-bye.